Okay, so here we have the Denver Nuggets against the San Antonio Spurs happening in the first round this year. It's going to be an interesting one. San Antonio always tends to find a way to win. However, Denver is a much better team overall. However, today what we're going to talk about is my predictions on both of these teams. How this round is going to form, how it's going to end up, and my suggestions on what I pick. We're going to talk about bracket stuff when it comes to basically who's going to win, who's going to lose, who's going to make it so far, that kind of thing. So let's just get down to it. San Antonio Spurs is really good. So is Denver. Denver has the Joker. And, well, San Antonio has a bunch of old Raptors.
Ready to go. On the floor for San Antonio, DeRozan and Aldridge, the talented forward duo.
Now, Jokic is a really good player. We could test out the three. He's not exactly well known for the three.
Clock at 4.
So that's what we're going to do. We're going to see what happens from the three. Wasn't expecting much, but we don't really have to worry too much. DeMar DeRozan is a really, really good player, but he tends to choke when it comes to the playoffs, as what we just seen right there.
And stolen by Aldridge.
But so are we, apparently. Now, Lamont Murray, our starting point guard on Denver. He is a Canadian, and he's a very good Canadian. He's played in some really big games. He's played in the Worlds. He's played for
the Denver Nuggets
in a lot of different tournaments, and he's done really super well. And he is a pure point guard. He is a very good passer, unlike what you just seen there.
Here's DeRozan. Good defense by Jokic.
That's just two tough competitors meeting right at the rim.
And wide open threes, we have to start hitting those. We're down by 2. And just so, if you haven't figured this out, I'm playing as Denver because I'm pretty sure Denver is going to destroy San Antonio in the first round. I know San Antonio always has a way of winning because their coach is one of the best coaches of all time. But they do have DeMar. And DeMar is a really good player. He is one of my favorite players. But he never does really well in the playoffs. He's only had maybe 2 or 3 really good games when it comes to the playoffs. So
it's Barton on the wing.
There has to be a reason for that.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Jokic, no good.
And somehow we just cannot score.
Just a little bit out of sync. And Nikola Jokic came late to the game. He actually grew up horse racing. Finally started playing organized hoops at the age of 16. You never know.
Now, what I'm really interested in seeing is Jakob Poeltl in the playoffs. This will be the first time he's ever started in a playoff game. But he has playoff experience, obviously, with the Raptors. He has really soft hands, which means that he can score really easily around the basket. And he can still dunk really easily around the basket.
What about Aldridge's fadeaway jumper?
So it's interesting. Defensively,
he turns, faces up, transfers.
It's interesting.
All the way forward to all the way back. Add in the high release point, virtually unblockable.
Now here's Barton, 5 on the clock, and stolen by.
And we just cannot score.
Here's DeRozan and finish.
Maybe DeMar DeRozan has something to prove. He has to prove that he has the ability to play in the playoffs.
White against Murray to the paint, and it's sent back by Aldridge, and he's able to get it back.
We just cannot score. Down by 8. This is not looking good. Then again, I'm the type of player who, 2K player, who likes to slash, likes to get some threes, and likes to run the fast break.
Here's Forbes. And that basket.
And that's not the type of offense that Denver runs. Denver is more of a passing team to find the open path or the open shot.
You have to guard.
Feeding the post, feeding the joker.
This is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast or do they go right for the...
So,
Beasley's checked in for
we're gonna see if we can make if we can get back into this. Have Lamar Murray slash towards the basket like he's known for doing.
Murray against White. And it's Murray penetrating.
There we go. Joker's got himself a basket.
The frustration. They've been ice cold to start.
Finally have ourselves a basket as a team.
Bucket of the night. You can hear the collective sigh of relief.
Now here's White. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
The ball movement on
We're
this
down by 11.
fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Murray, the pass to Jokic, and it goes out of bounds.
I just cannot score a basket.
And some changes here for the Spurs.
I am a pretty good 2K player. You've seen my previous videos that I've done with Golden State, Houston, as well as OKC, as well as the Raptors.
For the Spurs.
Maybe I picked wrong on my bracket. So in my bracket, if you don't know, if you're American or maybe Canadian, just don't know,
5 on the clock.
TSN is running a bracket, and they're running a bracket challenge. And if you're,
Well, with Kawhi Leonard gone.
there we go. And if you pick the best bracket, you're gonna win $1 million.
Significant rebuild in decades.
Yeah, but
I personally have Denver getting into the Western Finals, playing against Golden State.
then a rebuild
And if they're gonna be playing like this, they ain't going that far.
on that roster.
The first one falls.
Now, mind you, I haven't really watched that much when it comes to the when it comes to the Denver Nuggets team in the NBA. I've really only watched the games that they played against the Raptors,
NBA has become less
so I'm not too sure exactly how they play.
officiated. What's your opinion on letting guys?
But I'm pretty sure that they try to feed the post because they have Jokic,
Movement, and I think,
and they slash because they have Murray.
and obviously, arm bar.
And that's what I've been trying to do.
It's hard to guard
Murray
some of
is
these
ice
fantastic
cold,
players
as we
with
can see
their
the
skill
snowflake on him.
set, and obviously,
And Jokic isn't doing that much.
guy dribbling at you at 100 miles per hour. How do you get your balance without touching him? And I think that's where you start to see.
But we have Beasley, so that's something. Let's see if we can get that snowflake off of Murray.
Well, that wasn't a foul, but I think
Apparently not. I'm going to call that a foul, though.
all these plays because there's no handshake.
Got that one up quick. Kay's got his second bucket tonight.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Another screen. Let's try another screen
And
and
here is
roll.
Murray. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
There we go. Got ourselves a layup. We're within 9.
Just so efficient from the interior.
This could be a close series.
DeRozan surveying the D. Good. DeRozan's got 6 points.
Man, hard to believe. Already they're staring at a double-digit lead, and we've just gotten started.
Fantastic effort. Right out of the gate, simply overwhelming their opponent.
Now here's Murray.
Foul? No.
No good on that one. Gay with the defensive.
We got to try and draw some fouls.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. Another one falls for San Antonio.
You like the aggressiveness, pushing all the right buttons. He has this team rolling.
Murray kicks to Barton. And it's off from three-point range.
Now, Denver really only has Murray
Game clock separated by 4.
and Jokic. So it's not exactly a very deep team, but they are a very good team because they're able to play as a team.
Lets it go from deep. San Antonio with the rebound. To the middle. Here's Gay. And they call.
And I'm just not winning this game.
And one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Well, you see right there, Rudy attacks and maintains focus. He is a load to contain.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And with a percentage of 82, he's been one of their more dependable shooters from the line.
But we do have Morris, who can shoot the three-point shot. So that might be our strategy for the second quarter. I'm going to call this the second half because we're only going to go and run a 2-quarter game. However, we're going to try and get Morris some open shots. See what we can do.
Second-round pick turned star in the league talks about what the game means to him.
Basketball, like passion, love. Like.
In basketball, Greg, a big deal in Jokic's native land of Serbia.
And I love his creativity. There's an artistry and a freedom.
So we have Morris, who's going to be running most of our offense this quarter. I'm going to go through Lamar Murray,
And you know the Spurs,
Jokic, and Morris.
I tell you, on fire all period long, and this is how you want to start the game.
They built up a monster lead on the heels of great shooting. Love the attack.
Maybe because Isaiah Thomas is
Plumlee, then it's Thomas, and it's Craig in at the 3. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. And the basket by Thomas.
I'm going to say because Isaiah Thomas is coming off the bench,
That's uncompromising. He can't
that
be that way.
that is why
With LaMarcus Aldridge last year, just another great coaching achievement.
they're really good, maybe. Because their bench play is amazing.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone.
Oh, big dunk.
But now that they
Plumlee is a very good player as well.
continue to ripple throughout the league.
I actually never knew Plumlee was on this team. Like I was saying, I don't really watch too much Denver games.
For the Spurs.
Or really pay too much attention at all to them.
15 points. Here's DeRozan.
They're really good. They actually have a pretty good bench if Plumlee's on it.
That Aldridge situation, Popovich said he was the first player to ever bluntly ask him for a trade.
And Popovich replied, Kevin, I'll be happy to trade you. You get me a talent like Kevin Durant.
So now we're coming back. We were down by quite a bit.
Pop says he was overcoaching.
Now we're down by 8. We're coming back. We got 4 minutes left in this game.
Calls timeout.
We just might have a run going.
This timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next.
Now they're going to run a timeout. We're still going to be running the same. We're going to be slashing and trying to find Morris for open threes.
Down later in the game.
Absolutely.
That's going to be our plan.
A game, you have to stay hydrated.
Harris is checked in for Denver. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Bertle, he is checked in for Bertinus. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's wide
So
for
we're
Patty Mills.
down by
The Nuggets
10.
trail by 10.
Screen. Give me a screen.
He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Oh, they're really playing him tight, eh?
Morris outside
He hand down, man. Oh, yeah. That's a 3 for us.
by Harris.
Yeah, the D with
If your hands are going to be down, I'm going to be jacking up
three of
threes.
the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from
He is a very good three-point shooter.
And stolen by Harris.
And apparently we just don't know how to keep the ball in our hands.
5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Nice play. Gay with the quickness to get in close and the size to close the deal.
Outside for Millsap. Over Aldridge. That is good in the Spurs.
So we're down by 7 now.
On the basket for Millsap.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter.
And you know what? This could happen quite a bit in this series. Because obviously San Antonio has a lot of firepower. Aldridge, DeMar, Rudy Gay.
Toughness, he's got it covered.
But meanwhile, Denver's bench has a lot of firepower as well. So it's basically going to come down to probably the benches.
Harris, right side. A 3 from Morris. Another.
And that's what it seems like it's going to be, coming down to our benches. Whose bench is better? And that's Denver.
I think that Gary Harris is on that list.
Absolutely, a two-way player, defends his tail off, and offensively he can score at all.
I wouldn't mind Pirtle taking that three-point shot because he's not going to make it. So Aldridge is another type of player though. He'll slash.
Bad play defensively. You try to.
We're down by 4 now. We're coming back. We got 2.25 minutes left.
And the call is going to be made.
And this is his second.
He'll hit these. We'll be down by probably 6.
Balls for LaMarcus Aldridge.
And then,
Five-star recruit out of high school. Aldridge reportedly.
if I was in charge of the lineups, I would have been probably starting a few different players than who they did. That's just me. I would have probably had Murray and Thomas on the starting line, but if they're going to be running a strong bench, then that might be their thing.
And the Spurs going the other way now. And regarding Aldridge, given his success at Texas, sounds like Shaq was right.
Aldridge just needed to develop strength, polish his skills. Hard to say where he would have been drafted right out of high school, but after 2 years of college...
And that's how you run the fast break. Get the ball down as fast as possible, and just drive towards the rim. Try to get around your defender.
Gay kicks to Pirtle.
I would let him take that shot any day.
He dishes it to Aldridge. A second chance effort. Plumlee with some nice D.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Harris passes to Plumlee.
Oh yeah. Within 2 points with a minute left.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets.
We've made our way back because of the bench.
One-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
And I think that's what it's going to be. I think San Antonio is going to be destroying the starting lineup minus the Joker, minus the post. And then when the bench comes in for Denver, they're going to start destroying San Antonio.
Getting into the seams and making plays.
It's Beasley on the wing. He's covered by Gay. Beyond the arc. And it's
Oh yeah.
that time in the assist from Plumlee.
Down by 1 with 30 seconds left.
And good passing.
Can we do it?
Buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
We need a quick shot.
Aldridge using his size, being aggressive.
And the wide open shot.
Oh.
Can't tie it up. As
Trying to hit that 3 so we could tie it up. Probably didn't need to. Let's foul him and get some baskets. Aldridge is on fire. Surprise.
16 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's DeRozan. Good defense by Jokic.
Now we're going to try and get it down.
Now here's Plumlee. Three-pointer, Barton.
Boom! Oh, yeah. Third quarter will have to be obviously overtime.
All tied in
Because obviously I was mentioning earlier, we're going to be running just 2-quarter games, but we're tied up. We made our way back from that massive deficit. And now we're going to be going into overtime, which is the third quarter.
Hey, folks. This one, plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Rudy Gay having a dominant impact in this game.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Okay, so we are back. Third quarter will be our overtime. We made a massive comeback. If you've been fast forwarding through this video, we have made a massive comeback on San Antonio.
And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. White traps in the tray.
So they're going to be attacking the three-point line. We're going to be attacking their heart. We're going to be going right for the right down low. We're going to be posting them up, seeing what we can do.
You know, I don't know if it'll be a lot of post play from dominant bigs. I think the post play will come back a little bit more in the form of a lot of these smaller guards are posting up a little bit more.
And we're going to be going after the low post.
Underrated.
We have some big players.
And underestimated.
And that's what we're going to use. We're going to use the big players to our advantage.
And Paul Millsap, a four-time All-Star.
We're going to get ourselves some easy points in the low post.
Left wrist surgery.
A big loss after just signing that mega contract with the Nuggets. I mean, he's a lot older than most of their core, but a great fit in their front court, and obviously one heck of a player.
Nuggets trail, and let's catch up with our sideline.
And look at him. cherry picking the whole way like a Joker would.
Is an all-star forward whose dedication to the game is reflected in his year-to-year improvement. He said, "The drive to the gym is where I find my peace, getting my mind prepared. I come with the mindset of getting better. It's got me."
And we're going to get down.
Kevin?
He is a true professional. David, thank you. Harris finds Millsap. Outside for Murray. The Nuggets moving the ball around.
And big dunk.
And you talk about fighting.
When you have big players who are good and skilled, you need to feed them in the post. A lot of coaches, a lot of players don't do that.
When they were down big,
The more you feed them in the post, the better they become and the more scoring they do. Mainly because if they get touches with the ball on defense, they will want to play better defense because they're going to be more into the game itself, which is a huge thing to be able to do because you need your big players to play
The pass to Jokic.
all out.
It's deflected.
And that's the thing with Pirtle. He is a very good defender.
Here is 4.
So, not too surprised by that play.
12 points for DeMar DeRozan.
he's on a roll. Can't let DeRozan get
That was a bad pass. Shouldn't have had that pass go through, but I did.
Banked in off the glass.
We're down by 4 now.
Spurs lead.
Pretty much
We need to start feeding the post a little bit more.
inside the paint now.
Harris kicks to Jokic. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the
Should have been called a foul, but nobody called foul. That's fantastic. So, Greg Popovich obviously found a way to try and score on us, which was we were not very good at defending the three-point line. That is why they've been really shooting a lot of threes and actually scoring a lot of longer range shots. But now we have Jokic, who's on fire right now. So we're going to continue to feed that low post because with him being on fire, he's going to be scoring a lot higher percentage shots. And because of that, we're going to be able to hopefully win the game.
16 points.
one of the best mid-range shooters.
That is something that you want, is one of your players to catch on fire, and especially one of your better players.
Craig passes to Jokic. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul.
That's a foul on them, and
A different look now for San Antonio.
we're going to be racking up the fouls on them maybe.
Checked in for Pert. Bellinelli comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills in for
Feed him into the post,
Jokic.
pass it out.
Martin from outside.
Wide open three, bang.
Assist goes to Murray.
And that's what you got to do.
Murray's got 3 assists tonight.
High percentage shots, and you're going to win the game.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And one. Yeah, that's what you got to do.
On the contact, so a free throw.
Feed the trailer. The guy who's coming down, got to feed him.
Nuggets shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
Jokic is a very good player, a high percentage player, and you got to feed him when he's coming down the lane. You gotta feed him.
Down low. Bellinelli gets the bucket.
We're all tied up again,
The game tied up here for the Spurs.
Yeah, and Bellinelli
but we have the ball and we're all tied up.
has that ability to get into the heart of the defense.
3-pointer, Martin.
And another wide open three.
DeRozan grabs the board. And the call up.
We missed it that time, but that was another wide open three that they gave us.
For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Here's DeRozan.
Oh, foul.
And foul on
And that's one thing that DeMar DeRozan is very good at as well. The big fake, and then wait for you to jump, and he'll jump right into you.
his passing, Greg. He is a terrific playmaker.
He is able to get that shot off. His upper body strength is so strong
Keeps his head up even
that he's able to get that shot off with you on top of him.
where his teammates are.
So that's something that Denver has to watch out for. He is a very good player at doing stuff like that.
And with DeRozan getting traded, he said he felt backstabbed by Raptors management after
And if they're going to give Barton an open three-point shot, they got to believe that we're going to hit it. That's his, third or fourth open three-point shot today?
DeRozan in Toronto.
So,
No matter what jersey.
San Antonio better D up.
There's a pattern
from the three-point line because we'll just be hitting those all day long. We're tied up 50-50.
The Nuggets decide to talk.
It's the third quarter, which is technically our overtime since we're only playing until halftime.
It's been an ongoing battle.
We got ourselves an overtime. We got Morrison, who's our massive three-point shooter.
Here's what Denver's going with right now.
We got Isaiah Thomas in.
Millsap. Malik Beasley comes in for Will Barton. Morris is checked in for
And if they're gonna switch off on Jokic,
And typically he has
they're gonna get destroyed.
in tight, but not sure on that possession. Oh man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Morris finds Thomas. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Jokic.
Oh, come on, Jokic. You have to go at DeMar. You are massively bigger than him.
Bring it up for the Spurs. And finish.
We cannot let that happen.
Keep your head on a swivel with DeRozan on the floor.
Bad shot percentage, a bad percentage shot on one end, and then an open dunk on the other. We cannot allow that to happen, but we're going to get ourselves... Oh, I was hoping for a three-point shot. He's our three-point shooter. What are we doing?
Bellinelli dishes to DeRozan.
Now, if only Plumlee was faster, but you know what?
Against Gay.
It's totally fine. Set up a screen and roll.
Outside Thomas.
We're going to get a screen on this side. I'm going to pop it.
23 seconds left in the third quarter. Over Gay. Gay with the block.
A pretty good defender. Gay using that 7'3" wingspan well. Get that shot out of here.
DeRozan passes to Gay. It counts.
Damn, down by 4.
It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
In overtime with 11 seconds left, it looks like we're going to lose.
Value to this team.
I might have to change my bracket.
For San Antonio, they have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
And one of the highlights of this season has been their ability to make free throws. How about 82% as a unit?
Yep, we're done. We're finished. We lost. We are finished and done. So I still believe that Denver is going to beat San Antonio in the first round. I personally think that it's going to be in 6 or 7 games. I hope that you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe. I'm going to be posting more videos on this channel like these ones. I hope that you have enjoyed. And we're just going to jack up a three-point shot with Isaiah Thomas. We're going to get a nice screen and pop. We're going to get ourselves an open 3. We're going to hit it, but it's going to be too late. I know it's only the third quarter, but we are only playing until halftime. That was our overtime, and we did lose. So I'll see you guys again in our next video.
And so it's DeMar DeRozan.